Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a little makeup tutorial. I haven't done one in a while, and I've been really thinking and wanting to do a really sheer, like cream based complexion with a deep smoky eye. Recently picked up this Meat Matte Nude, which is not a new palette, I know. But I saw it on sale and I really wanted to try it. I want to do a nice soft smoky eye with this and a really natural cream based face. So I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't think I've done this before. Usually people do a smoky eye with a very full coverage face, so I am really mixing it up and doing the opposite. I'm going to start with the eyes. And I'm going to obviously start with a nice simple transition shade. I might even go in with Matte Malloy. Just gonna do that in the inner part. So I'm really late on the bandwagon, but this is the first time I have purchased the balm. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. They had a 50% off sale. And then I'm gonna go in with Matte Sing. Using the same brush, my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I love this one, it's really dense. If you've done too much on your eye, this really blends it out. I just love the shape and density of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight for the gun, and I'm gonna go in with Matt Johnson, and I'm going to just put that over the whole lid. It's actually not as pigmented as I thought it would be. You just never know. And it's very powdery, but we're not here for a review, are we? Can we see my roots? I need to go to the hairdresser so bad. My hair has grown so much. But, you know, safety first. Then I'm just going to blend that out. It's just something about getting your hair done professionally. So good. I'm gonna go back in with this Matte Sing. Now just remember, we look crazy until all the makeup's done. So I'm not getting the pigmentation that I desire. I'm not getting it. So I'm gonna go in with Matte Wood, which is just like your dark brown. And just try and build it up a bit. I'm just not getting it. That's a lot better. I'm just not getting the punch that I was looking for. Like, I always like it to be soft, but also not patchy. That's much better, actually. I'm getting a black eye underneath my eyes. There's so much fallout. God, I look like a hot mess. But, I mean, it might look better when it all comes together. Now, I have a question. Do I not use this pigment by Fearless Cosmetics? It's called Seduce. Look at this. Okay, let me give you a little swatch. It look really nice. It's so pretty. Oh my god, that is so pretty. It's not intense, but I like that. It's like very nighttime little zhuzh-up. And it's just kind of helped with the patchiness of those mattes. So I'm gonna go clean out my eyes. I'm gonna do my eyebrows as well. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Light Brown. And then I'm gonna go over with my 1000 Hour Eyebrow Mascara that looks disgusting. But it's like glue for your eyebrows. It's amazing. So BRB. I'm back. So I obviously didn't finish my eyes, but I did a little bit of eyeliner on the top, and I've done my brows, and then I'll obviously finish the rest when I put the rest of my makeup on. I'm not wearing primer because I am going to go in with my Kosas Tinted Face Oil in shade 2. I'm gonna use this once before. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand because it's like really runny, and then I'm gonna get my brush. See how it's like really sheer coverage, but it still evens out my skin tone. I love it. And I love a glossy finish. If you don't love a glossy finish, then you would hate this. because it's basically a face oil, but it's tinted, just like a tinted moisturizer. Like, with a tinted moisturizer, it's still gonna have a bit of gloss to it unless it's matte. Unless it's a matte moisturizer, which don't really exist. I mean, they do, but there's not many of them. And so we've got a nice glossy finish. To now go in with my Kosas Revealer Concealer, also in shade 2. I've been playing with this because I'm reviewing it. And I've come to the conclusion that it's too dark. I need shade 1. It's like, not that I can't use it. I don't know. I think it's just too dark for me. It's too yellow. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm only using one powder product today. That is going to be just an under eye brightener, because this just needs to be brightened a little bit. It's just a little bit darker than my skin tone. Like, if it was my skin tone, I'd be like, sweet, it's perfect. But it's just a tad too dark. Totally broke out in the biggest, juiciest pimples, kind of satisfying to pop. I got a sample of the Exfoliate Intense treatment. I don't know if it made my skin purge or if it made my skin break out. I actually got a few little pimples, but I got one big juicy one. So I wonder if it was like a good thing or if it was a bad thing. I'm kind of thinking it was a bad thing. I don't usually break out from products though. My skin is pretty strong. Okay, so straight away I'm going to get my Sephora Smoothing and Brightening Powder. Make sure I have no creases, and I'm just going to lighten that up a bit. I'm going to contour. I got the Illamasqua Gel Sculpt, and it is so cool. It's actually like a gel. This is a little sample size, but it's honestly lasted me so long, and it blends out to really sheer. Perfect for contour, but like a light contour, which is perfect for when you're using cream products. I just want a little chisel so I don't look like a potato. Looks like I'm doing too much, but it really shears out. Now you can use your beauty blender or your beauty sponge, or I could use this. I like to, it doesn't really matter, they both do a really good job. Just a light chisel. Do you see what I'm talking about? I like translucent bronzers and creams that really blend for a nice natural finish. And I am going to go in with bronzer. So then I'm going to go in with my new RMS Bariti bronzer. And the reason why I wanted to contour is because this is a little bit warm. It's a little bit red, I think. I'm just going to go like this. I haven't tried it with the brush yet. So I wanted that cool toned. See how it's a little bit redder on my skin? It's strange. The cool tone from the contour just to even it out a bit. But it's a really nice bronzer though, like I like it. It's just, it doesn't look that red in the pan, but it is. It just blends out so nicely. I really like it. It does have coconut oil in it. It's like the second ingredient, which is why it's so emollient. So if you break out from coconut oil, I wouldn't recommend it. Now for blush, I've got 2 shades, and I think I'm gonna go in with the Bare Minerals. I think this is too colorful. My new Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur, and this is Blurred Buff, and it looks really brown, but it goes on really nicely. So I'm gonna use that same brush, and it is quite pigmented. But it comes off a little bit just more warm. It's really nice. I'm falling in love with it. It's not what I expected. And it blends out beautifully too. So this is their Bounce and Blur collection. I don't know, I think it might be limited edition. I'm not 100% sure, but it came out with that really orangey one as well. And yeah, it's a goodie. So now we will go into my highlighter, and that is the Master Mixer by RMS. I am going to use my ring finger, and I just use a little bit. I've already got a glow from the bronzer and the oil. So this is, I'm using the tiniest bit so it doesn't leave a color cast, like a strip. So it looks very natural. I'm just going to go off camera. I'm going to use some of this and this, which are the two main colors I use under my eyes. I'm going to do my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Perversion pen in my waterline, and then I'm going to pop on my Better Than Sex mini mascara because I just pretty much own minis. And we're all coming along together nicely. So with lips, I have 3 lip options because I knew I wanted a nude, but I just wasn't sure what tone. So I've got this Hourglass the first time here. This is my most pigmented option. Then I have Bite Beauty Fiano. A lot more sheerer, but still really pretty. My ColourPop Just a Tint. Doesn't have a name, but it was part of the Cocoa Nuts collection. So I think I might actually go on with this Hourglass, you know. This isolation, my lips have never been so lush and hydrated because all I do is apply lip balm all day. What do we think? Yeah, this is nice. I always put my mirror in the camera every damn time. I've got the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mist. Next level glow. It smells so good. What do we think of the finished look? I'm really happy with it. I think I'm going to do this from now on. We don't need to have full coverage foundation and matte powder to still look glamorous. I've used very sheer products, but laid them in a way that it still looks really done up and sophisticated in my opinion. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Every like really boosts my exposure in the YouTube community. If you clicked on this video, maybe you wanted to see what cream products look like with a bold smoky eye, and I hope that I lived up to your expectations. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!